A lot of discussion in the offseason about the state of college football, and you've been eager to weigh in at certain times, especially when this proposed rule change came up the pike. You're one of those wide open, no huddle guys, and all of a sudden here's a rule that says you can't snap the ball until so many seconds, 10 seconds or so have gone off the play clock. You took to Twitter right away and shouted this down. Why did you feel so strongly, and was this just a matter of maintaining a competitive edge? Because that competitively would hurt a program like yours, as opposed to, let's just give an example, a program like Alabama's.
I think that I have a responsibility to stand strong for our team and give them every opportunity to have success, much less that's really who we are and what we do on offense. There's not been any documentation that's substantial that says that there's any injuries that are more prominent on teams that are no huddle and fast pace. In fact, there has been a study out that I've seen, some pretty in-depth research that says that teams that don't play like we do have sustained more injuries. So I thought it was unfair for college football. You know, I used the basketball illustration in that it's like saying you can't run a fast break because guys get tired. You can't take that much away from the game. The spread, no huddle, fast attack style of play has been tremendous for college football. It's created parity throughout our country, and what it's done is it's allowed teams that have an injury in one place or another to overcome it by using the width of the field and the speed of the game. Coaches have to think fast and have to be ready to play, and more importantly, the people that are buying the tickets and coming and watching the games, the television networks, I strongly and firmly believe that they love to see a fast-paced offense.
I mean, it was put out there, people were arguing that it was a safety issue. There's no doubt in your mind that it had nothing to do with safety. It was all about competitive edge.
Our injuries have actually decreased since we went to a fast-paced, no-huddle style of attack.
We're going to a playoff this year for the first time. You a fan of it, and would you like to see it go to 8 at some point?
Yes and yes. I think it'll be good for college football. I was a proponent of the BCS system, not that it was always perfect. I thought a couple, 3 years ago that we were one of the top teams in the country and had a chance to win it. We didn't get in, but we all agreed to it before the season started. And because we had lost that game, it didn't put us in it. But I think the playoff system will be really good for college football. I think the 3 extra games will drive the fans crazy, and they'll love it, and the excitement. And I think it'll be expanded to 8 in the future.
Are you confident that that's going to happen? Because it seems to me that that's still a ways off.
Well, it could be a ways off. I mean, it's my opinion. I don't know enough about it to know if it'll ever happen. I know that I say this a lot, that the stock of college football over the last 6 or 8 years has gone through the roof. The media coverage, the social network coverage. You can turn on sports channels during the day in the off season, and people are talking about college football, television contracts, the money involved. So once they have a playoff system where you take 4 teams and then they play to 2, and everybody in the country's tuned in and watching it, somebody's going to say, well, how much more money can we make if we have 8? They'll put a dollar figure on it, and somebody will say, we need to find a way to do it.
So the dollar equates to change. I was actually thinking about this during the World Cup. You know, I mean, a lot of people like myself who weren't necessarily soccer fans, you got into the World Cup because it was this big playoff, and by the time you got to the final, you knew these teams, you knew these players, and to me, that's what college football has been missing all these years, hasn't it?
Well, there's no question, and I would agree with you on the World Cup. I have sons at home, and soccer has not been a part of our culture in the state of Oklahoma like it is in some other places in the country and even the world. But because of that, they had it on the television, and they wanted a soccer ball, and they were outside kicking it around, and that's how it gets started. And the coverage and everything that's happening with college football now is only going to grow in the future.